Women in Focus is brought to you by Envision Financial. Reach your financial goals and strengthen your community. That's banking with purpose. Welcome to another episode of Women in Focus. Our woman in focus today is Nidhi Tomar. We had interviewed her some time back, and we talked to her about her restaurant, and I wanted you to know about Tatta Chulha. So I thought, we'll talk to Nidhi about her restaurant and the food that is different from all the other foods from India. Indian, but yet different. Let's welcome our guest, Nidhi. You're most welcome in our program.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing?
I'm good, I'm fine, I'm perfectly fine.
So Tatta Chulha in Punjabi means hot plate or hot
chulha. Hot stove.
Yeah. That's purely Punjabi word. How come you're calling it Tatta Chulha?
So it's Punjabi word, it's Rajasthani word.
Really?
Yes. Tatta means hot.
Huh.
Tatta in Rajasthani hot, in Haryanvi hot, in UP language hot, Himachal they call Tatta, MP they call Tata. So it's if you see all of the north state,
right,
it's called Tatta or Tata.
Very creative to choose a name like that. Does that come with your MBA?
No, it's come with my 7 months old when we are looking for a name and she started babbling the name, which is ta 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 ta, and that's how it clicks.
Yeah.
Like, let's have the different name, which is like Tatta Chulha, because
right,
we want to have something different, eye-catching,
yes,
and which have a meaning, which says what we are actually like, what we are serving.
Yes.
Like hot food. So that's how the name came.
Now I found out about your restaurant through Charlie Smith, and Charlie and his wife Lara said to me, we're going to take you to a Rajasthani restaurant. So as a child, whatever you eat, I guess, is what you get accustomed to.
Yes.
In your case, you have been, although you're a UPite, but born and brought up in Rajasthan, so you are more in towards the Rajasthani food. Now you explained in last program what is the difference between Rajasthan and other food. Being a very hot place, you try and keep the food that would cool you down. So which is the most common cooling element in food?
Yogurt.
Ah.
Yogurt is one thing which is in almost every dish comprised of. Then we use sauf. Fennel seeds.
Oh, fennel seeds.
We use fennel seeds a lot in our dishes. The reason is that's an element to cool down your stomach. And that's very good for your stomach and for heat. And then a use of unripe mango in some things, because that's rich in vitamin C and iron. So all these elements help us to cater or cope with the heat we have. And then Rajasthani food is heavy, or any Indian food is heavy on spices. So you should have something inside the food which gonna not make your stomach upset after having heavy food. So use of fennel seeds, use of yogurt gravies, all these items helps you digest that heavy food. And then there is a thing, we use lot of ghee, unsalted butter. Our dishes are mostly in unsalted butter. Less
so you
oil.
won't use oil?
Very less, very few dishes in oil. So when we do vegan thal, we do everything in oil, whatever they and if we have to use oil for them, we use either apricot oil or anything like that kind of oil.
Okay.
But the thing which is like have to be fried is an oil. Rest most things should be in ghee.
So cooked in ghee.
Cooked in ghee.
Now many people, this is going back 10-20 years when people used to say purified butter or ghee is not good. It sort of clogs your arteries.
Yes.
You shouldn't be taking it. And now 20 years later, they've come back to the fact that it is good for you,
Yes.
and that oil isn't good for you. So Indians have always made their food in ghee.
Exactly.
Everything is made in ghee. And so the reason for ghee and the combination of ghee with food, what is it that makes it better for us?
So ghee has its own qualities of antioxidant. You see, anything you eat in excess is bad for you.
Yes.
ghee, oil, everything will harm you if you are just eating and sitting.
Yes.
If you see in Indian villages where they still use lot of ghee, they are the fittest people
Right, on
everywhere.
earth, yeah.
On earth.
Yeah.
The reason is they are working a lot.
Yeah.
They don't have to join a gym. They're just walking around. They're just doing their job. That's what they are doing.
Right.
So use of ghee is good for your knees. What my nani used to say, what my grandma used to say, if you have good ghee in your childhood or in your adults and in your early ages, you don't have that knee problem.
Yeah.
Because ghee helps to get that lubricant. It's the scientific fact, people knows that.
Right.
Now they are saying it. Now everybody is saying ghee is not bad.
Yes.
But I don't know, 20 years back they said that excess is anything. If you have like drowned in ghee for a whole day, it won't help you.
No.
So everything should be in that arrangement, that it should not harm you. It should be in a balanced thing. But use of ghee makes your dish tasty, and I can say more healthy than oil. Or you don't like oil is I'm not saying oil is bad or oil is something like that. I'm just saying that ghee has its own goodness.
Yeah.
We just have to see where and how much quantity it's good for us.
I want you to talk a little bit more about very common and dishes that are known just for Rajasthan. But let's take a short break and come back. Nidhi Tomar is our woman in focus today, owner of Tatta Chulha, which is on Broadway and just about 20 meters from Main Street, in between Maine and Quebec. And we'll come back to her right now. Welcome back to Women in Focus. Nidhi Tomar is our woman in focus today, owner of the restaurant Tatta Chulha. Now, Rajasthani food is different from all the other foods of India. Over here in Canada, people only know butter chicken. that must annoy you. Butter chicken and chole bhature and samosa, right? These are things that people know. Many people don't even know what Gujarati food is all about. Yesterday, I was making andua for my son loves that. So I get to make it once in a while. That's a purely Gujarati dish, right? And the South Indian food is totally different. There are some restaurants here now that make dosas and idli and sambar, but no Rajasthani restaurants. So here you are with a Rajasthani restaurant. What would make your restaurant very popular? Like dosa has made South Indian food popular. Chole bhature has made Punjabi food popular. What is it about Rajasthani food that would be so popular?
The thal we are serving, because that's the first time you are not eating buffet, like where you are going, having your food sitting on your table and nobody is coming to ask what you want, or you have in liberty. A buffet has its own liberty that you can have whatever you have, but this concept is totally different. First thing, you are get to know, as you talked about butter chicken, we get to know that our food is other than butter chicken and samosa. We have a lot of variety. In India, it says like every 100 meters the water changes, the food changes. This is what the saying is.
Yes, and it is true.
Which is very true. In Rajasthan, only if every dish has its own way to be made. Like we have 3 kinds of curry. We have one aloo pyaz sabji, one potatoes and onion veggie is like kind of 3 ways or 5 different ways to make that sabji. So I just want people to know that if you are looking for a vegetarian option, like I was for
Yes.
7 years,
Yes.
you don't have to settle on those 6 dishes in the
Yes.
vegetarian menu, which have 3 of the paneer.
Yes.
One is malai kofta,
Yes.
which feels like you are eating paneer with a different gravy. But gravy is same, just the inside it different.
Different.
And then dal makhani.
And then gobi aloo,
Gobi aloo.
and bharta and bindi.
That's
yes.
it. That's it. That's the, like, it ends in 8 items.
Yes.
So if you ever want to go out for a vegetarian person, it's very hard to find something different. In our menu, we have only 3 dishes which stays same every day. Everything else changes every day.
Okay, so hold on for a second, time out. You said, I asked you which is one dish that would be different. There isn't one dish. So you, whosoever comes into the restaurant, gets a thali.
Yes.
You can't look at the menu and say, I want this, this, this. No. So you get the thali. Period, dot.
Yes.
And if on one day I come there and you got the 3 staple, which are the 3 staple?
So dal bati churma.
Okay, that's one.
That dal, bati, churma, and gatte ki sabji.
Okay.
That's the 3 which is every day.
Every day, okay.
Rest everything, like other 3 veggies, which is 1 curry and 2 special veggies.
Okay.
Then kind of rice.
Right.
Then breads.
Yes.
Then desserts. Changes.
I was fascinated that you had a puri and you had a
Triangle.
triangular
That's missi roti. Yeah. Missi paratha.
and then a paratha.
Yeah.
Wow. How can you have 3 different kinds of rotis?
Because that goes with different. So like as we talk about vegetarian food, paneer only goes with naan. But
Yeah.
do paneer goes with chole also, or naan also goes with chole, or
Yes.
would you like to have chole with puri?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So the puri is for something with aloo.
Ah.
Whatever dish is with aloo or something which is dry goes with puri.
Now, okay, Indians would understand that.
Yes.
But the Goras will not understand it. So
you-
Caucasians won't. So they would eat, like I was watching Charlie eat. Charlie, although knows way more than your common Canadian people, he would try his bread with different roti. I mean roti with different dals and sabzi and all that. So how do you explain it to them?
So we make sure that, especially when Canadians coming or anybody, like not even Canadians, like Indians only from Rajasthan, Gujarat had this food. Punjabis never had this food. Maharashtrians has very less people know. South Indian don't know this food. So we make sure that whoever is serving food will explain them what goes with what. And we keep telling them, if you need help, let us know. You can try anything with anything. It's
You
your
can try-
choice.
Yeah, that's up to you.
But this goes with this. This
So it
gonna
will-
taste better with this. That's how we want, because that's
It
what
enhances your-
exactly. That's what we want to establish. That these are the combinations. They should be not random, like this is a chole and you order naan with that. You don't have any other option to
Do you
order.
ever make chole?
Yeah, we don't make it in our thal. I love chole personally.
Yes.
But what we have is we kind of rice.
Yeah.
So instead of making gravy, we add in the rice. We make chickpea pulao.
Okay, so to add that protein in there.
Exactly. So we just play around with kidney beans, like kidney bean pulao. We make chickpea pulao. We make black bean pulao. So we make the rice with those kind of dishes. Initially, for a week or two, I started. I thought might be the same thing what you're like how they know. So I put one sabji which people know, like a paneer or something. But then I was like not happy because I was
No.
serving what is not my conscience was allowing me to. I was like, no, I'm gonna tell people that try this, it's gonna taste very good. Like, for example, if you talk to other people, they will like, especially the people who come and visited and Canadians, there is a sabji which is onions and papadam, papad and pyaz.
Yeah.
And it's very hit with Canadian people.
Really?
Really. They get a refill only of that. Because
So
they-
what is it? There must be a different taste to
Exactly.
the palate.
It's totally different. And they never thought that sabji can be made out of papadam and
Papadums.
onion. And carrot. like carrot is like so underrated veggie in this whole world. But we made it. Now it's a part of our thal. We have gajar methi. We have
Gajar methi.
gajar methi, green methi.
Wow.
And people love it. It goes with the millet bread. And Canadians, Indians, everybody is liking it.
I want to take a short break and come back and ask you about you're a UPite, but born and brought up in Rajasthan, so you're madly in love with Rajasthani food. That makes me feel very sad that you're not talking about UP food. So let's take a break and come back.
Yes, for sure.
Nidhi is our woman in focus today. Don't go away. I'm so hungry I can't tell you, but we'll be right back. Women in Focus is brought to you by Envision Financial. Reach your financial goals and strengthen your community. That's banking with purpose. Welcome back to Women in Focus. Our woman in focus today is the owner of Tatta Chulha, which is a Rajasthani restaurant in Vancouver, the only one I think in Canada. So, and maybe America too.
Seattle used to have one.
Yeah.
That's closed now.
Yeah.
But New York have one.
New York
have
has
one or
one.
two. Yeah, they
Okay.
have a very nice one. I heard.
Okay, and also they also serve the thali?
They have this thali.
Okay, so we were talking about you being born and brought up in Rajasthan, so you are crazy about Rajasthani food, but really, I mean, in the summer you would go to UP where your family is. What is synonymous with UP food?
So synonymous with UP food is I have breakfast menu and I kept a very famous UP dish in that, just to have that because I loved UP food too. And the kind of halwas, shira you call in Gujarati,
Yeah.
we have that in our Rajasthani culture too.
Okay,
So and we make it like how UP and Rajasthan mixed make it. So
Right.
that's one which is you can say I borrowed from UP,
Right.
which I kept in there.
but that's your breakfast dish.
No, that's the dessert. The halwa is part
The
of
dessert,
my thal.
okay.
So that's like borrowed from UP in the
okay.
thal.
Right.
And then in the breakfast we borrowed one dish from them. Breakfast has actually have all the states.
Okay,
Kind
what
of.
does breakfast have?
So breakfast have parathas and tawa parathas and stuffed parathas and it's from you can say Punjab, Delhi, both. So you have parathas,
Okay,
not tandoor, tawa parathas.
okay,
And then it's all basic, but aloo pyaz, palak paneer, those parathas.
okay,
Then UP got bedami puri sabji, which is famous for Mathura.
which is what?
So basically, it's puri, but it's not only of wheat flour. It
Right.
has urad dal in it. It has
Oh.
lentil. The dough
Puri.
consists of dal too, lentil
Okay,
too.
okay.
And the kind of aloo sabji.
Yeah.
Everybody makes aloo sabji, but that's totally different.
It's all UPI.
All UPite, totally UPite.
And that's breakfast.
That's breakfast. And then we have poha. That's from Gujarat.
Yes.
We have methi thepla, Gujarat,
Gujarat.
Rajasthan, both.
Wow.
So and then we have dal pakwan from
Yeah.
Gujarat, Rajasthan, both. Then we have kave. As I told you before that Rajasthani don't waste food. Like,
No.
we just
Everything
make food.
is used.
So basically we have the chapatis, leftover chapatis, back home leftover chapatis and fried with an onions and tomatoes to make a dish out of it. We have it back home. Here we just make chapatis and fry onions and people loved it. Canadians loved it. They get to find out that bread can be fried and make something delicious, which is a surprise for us, and they are loving it and we are happy.
You know, about 25, 30 years ago, there used to be a beautiful restaurant here called Rubina Tandoori.
Okay.
And Mrs. Jamal, Krishna Jamal, the owner of the restaurant and the main chef, and I became friends with her. And she would make the roti, that was left over or yesterday's. She would cut it up and she would put the masala, big chunky onions and tomatoes, and then you put the roti in there and mix it up. And it has a name now forgotten because I haven't had it for such a long time. Mrs. Jamal, you've got to make it. So I love that.
Yes, we have it.
It is so tasty. You have it.
We have it. We call kave. So, and then we have halwas that I said that it's borrowed from UP.
Right.
Because UP is, you can say, the master of halwas. Every occasion is never
Halwa.
missed.
Yeah.
Even not occasion. If you're having guests,
Yes,
halwa. They never, like UP people never let anybody go out of house without having anything sweet.
Ah.
So that's their tradition.
One segment in your thal, and that was vadas.
Pakoras.
Pakoras.
Moong dal pakoras.
Haan, moong dal pakora. So now moong dal pakora, the Gujaratis would have it. I don't think the Punjabis do, but I know that Gujaratis for sure and South Indians for sure. So I was surprised to see that in your dish. So that is your appetizer.
Rajasthani.
Yeah.
So we change our appetizer every day.
Okay,
Even
what
if it-
other appetizers do you have?
So if it is 2 times, so we change. So we have palak pakoda, spinach pakoda.
Okay.
We have moong dal pakoda.
Yeah.
Then we have moong dal kachori. And that's like appetizer. Then we have aloo tikki, plain blend aloo tikki, not spicy, just plain blend aloo tikki. And then we go with, sometimes we have mini samosas. Now we are not keeping samosas that much, it's heavy.
Yeah.
But usually we go with pakoras, and people love pakoras, especially
Yes.
moong dal and spinach pakora. As I told you, these are the foods which are like very low rated before. Paneer pakora is there, and then these are like made of something different.
So
not
do you think
aloo.
Punjabis will come to your restaurant?
They are coming.
They are,
They are coming and they are loving the food. Because as I told you, I'm married to a software guy.
Right.
And he's the one, like his Uncle Chaudhary, his name, and he's the one who's managing my website, my all my marketing and stuff. And he's the one who also get tapped that from where the traffic is coming.
Right.
Which city is like what. So Surrey is giving hard time to Vancouver to beat.
Oh, really?
I get more people that from Surrey than Vancouver. Like it's hard and hot. If like anybody else, Surrey is beating them. Even I get people from Abbotsford, Chilliwack,
Oh, that's beautiful.
Mission.
Oh, wow.
And I'm glad that they travel from there to just have that thal.
Okay, we're going to come there, okay, next week.
Yes. You are most welcome to have it.
Thank you so very
Thank
much
you,
for being a
thank you.
woman in focus today.
Thank you so much to be here. I'm glad because I want people to know about this and come to visit us.
Nidhi has been our woman in focus today, owner of Tatta Chulha. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Women in Focus is brought to you by Envision Financial. Reach your financial goals and strengthen your community. That's banking with purpose.